Every family has that conversation. Let's just keep mom's house for now. She'd want us to hold on to it. We'll figure it out later. I hear this from Bay Area families all the time, and I get it. A home isn't just real estate, it's full of memories, history, and emotion. But here's what many families don't realize: sometimes keeping the home does more harm than good. Let me tell you about a fictional but very real example: the Ramirez siblings in Walnut Creek. Their mom passed away a few years ago, leaving behind the family's 1960s ranch home. It was paid off, full of memories, and showing its age. The siblings decided to keep it for sentimental reasons. Fast forward 2 years, the roof leaked, the property taxes went up, the yard became overgrown, and no one had time to manage it. The home sat empty most of the year. What started as an act of love became a source of stress, guilt, and unexpected cost. This episode is about the truth families don't like to admit when the family home turns from comfort into burden, and how to deal with it before it divides the family. Hi, I'm Dale Corpus, a Senior Transition Specialist and real estate expert based in the San Francisco Bay Area. This is another episode of Sandwich Generation Solutions, powered by the Simplify Senior Transitions podcast. Here, I share real stories, expert insights, and practical strategies to help families like yours navigate aging, care, and real estate transitions with less guilt, less confusion, and more clarity. Let's dive in. In my work, I see three main reasons families hang on to a home longer than they should. One, sentimentality. It's the house where they grew up, where birthdays happen, where their parents lived their last years. Two, fear of regret. What if we sell and wish we had it? Families worry selling means erasing memories or dishonoring their parents' wishes. Three, avoidance. No one wants to deal with probate, taxes, or hard conversations, so they delay until problems force action. But time doesn't fix these issues, it compounds them. Keeping the family home often feels comforting at first. It's a tangible connection to your loved one, but over time, it can become an emotional weight. When no one lives there, every visit feels like a reminder of loss. When repairs pile up, it becomes a source of guilt. And when siblings disagree, that home can start to fracture relationships. I've seen siblings stop speaking over mom's house. One wants to rent it, one wants to sell it, one just can't let go. The emotional burden can be heavier than any mortgage payment. Now let's talk numbers, because emotions aside, the math doesn't lie. A vacant home still costs money every single month. Property taxes, insurance, which often doubles for vacant properties, utilities, landscaping and maintenance, security or cleaning services. In the Bay Area, these can easily total $2,000 to $4,000 a month, even without a mortgage. And that's not including deferred maintenance. A small roof leak left unfixed can turn into a $30,000 repair. So while a family tells themselves they're saving the house, what they're really doing is draining cash flow and energy that could be supporting their parents' care or funding their own peace of mind. Let's go back to the Ramirez family. After 2 years of disagreements about what to do with their mom's house, the siblings were divided. One lived out of state, one wanted to renovate and rent, and one said it feels wrong. Eventually, the stress got to a breaking point. They realized they weren't honoring their mom's memory anymore. They were fighting over it. This is a pattern I see over and over again. Families wait too long to make a decision, and when they finally do, it's rushed and emotional. That's why I tell families, you're not dishonoring your parents by selling. You're continuing their legacy responsibly. Here's another thing families don't talk about. Keeping a home in limbo can cause legal and tax headaches. If the property wasn't transferred properly after a parent's death, it can get stuck in probate, delaying any sale or transfer for months or even years. If the title isn't updated, property taxes can reassess, increasing costs dramatically. And if the house sits vacant too long, insurance companies can cancel coverage entirely. Then there's capital gains. If you wait years to sell, you could lose key tax exemptions that would have applied right after the parent's passing. The longer you delay, the fewer financial protections remain. If you're feeling stuck, here's what I recommend. 1. Get clear on your intentions early. Ask your parents if they're still living. What do you want to happen with the home when the time comes? Write it down. Include it in estate planning documents. 2. Evaluate the numbers. Get a realistic property assessment. Compare the cost of upkeep versus the potential equity that could fund senior care, pay off debt, or help the next generation. 3. Have a family meeting. Set aside a motion for one conversation about options. If needed, bring in a neutral third party like a senior transition specialist, fiduciary, or estate attorney to mediate. 4. Explore creative options. Maybe one sibling buys out the others. Maybe the home sells as is. Maybe it becomes a rental managed professionally. Or maybe you sell and use the proceeds to improve quality of life for a parent in care. The key is make the home work for your family, not against it. Let's take another example, the Wongs from San Mateo. Their dad passed away, leaving behind a 1970s home that hadn't been updated since disco. The 3 siblings agreed to keep it for a while just in case. 6 months later, the pipes burst and water damage cost $20,000. That was the wake-up call. They contacted me and we created a plan, hired an estate cleanout company, sold the home as is to avoid more repairs, used the proceeds to fund their mom's assisted living care. Within 60 days, the house sold. Their stress dropped overnight. Sometimes closure comes not from holding on, but from letting go with purpose. Selling the home doesn't erase memories. It honors them by turning the value your parents built into something that supports the family today. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to cry at the final walkthrough, but it's also okay to breathe again when the burden is lifted. That home served its purpose, to build stability and security. Now it can serve your family's next chapter. Here's what we covered today. 1. Why families keep the home out of emotion or fear. 2. The hidden emotional, financial, and legal costs. 3. How to create a plan that honors your parents and protects your future. 4. Why letting go is sometimes the most loving choice. This has been another episode of Sandwich Generation Solutions, powered by the Simplify Senior Transitions podcast. If your loved one is considering senior living and you need to figure out what to do with their home, let's talk. Schedule a free consultation and learn more about my services at www.simplifyseniortransitions.com. Have a quick question? DM me anytime on Instagram at SoulByDale. And don't forget, you can also listen to the Simplify Senior Transitions podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and other platforms. If this episode helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone going through the same situation. Thanks for watching. I'm Dale Corpus, and I'll see you on the next episode.